The moment the comments surfaced, they ricocheted across newsrooms, social media feeds, and royal watching circles with astonishing speed. An organization founded to celebrate resilience, sacrifice, and dignity was suddenly at the center of a controversy involving its most famous patron. According to multiple reports, the CEO of the Invictus Games publicly rebuked Prince Harry over what was described as a security-related tantrum, igniting a firestorm of debate about entitlement, responsibility, and the future of the games themselves. What began as a routine discussion about logistics quickly escalated into something far more uncomfortable. Sources familiar with the situation say tensions had been building behind the scenes for months, largely centered on security demands made by Prince Harry during planning discussions connected to Invictus events. While security has always been a sensitive issue for the Duke of Sussex, insiders claim the scale and tone of the requests this time caused serious concern among organizers and sponsors alike. If you found this report insightful, take a moment to reflect on how celebrity culture shapes health trends and why responsible conversation matters. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for more in-depth coverage that goes beyond the headlines and keeps you informed as these stories continue to unfold. Share this video, leave your thoughts in the comments section. The Invictus Games, launched in 2014, were designed to spotlight wounded, injured, and sick service personnel, giving them a global stage to demonstrate resilience and recovery through sport. From its inception, Prince Harry has been the public face of the movement, traveling internationally to promote its mission and attract support. However, the Games are also governed by strict budgets, host nation agreements, and security protocols that must balance safety with practicality. According to reports, the conflict arose during negotiations over event security arrangements. Prince Harry allegedly pushed for measures that went beyond what host authorities and Invictus leadership considered reasonable. These included expanded security perimeters, additional private protection teams, and changes to access rules that would have affected athletes, staff, and even families attending the Games. The situation reportedly reached a breaking point during an internal meeting, where voices were raised and frustrations spilled into the open. Shortly afterward, the Invictus CEO addressed the matter publicly in remarks that many observers described as unusually blunt. In comments widely quoted by media outlets, the CEO emphasized that Invictus was not about any single individual, no matter how prominent, and that the Games could not be derailed by personal demands. The statement was striking not only for its content but for its tone. Rather than issuing a carefully worded clarification or a neutral explanation, the CEO appeared to draw a clear line, signaling that the organization would not bend its principles or finances to accommodate what was portrayed as an outburst. For royal commentators, the move was unprecedented. Rarely has a figure so closely associated with Prince Harry publicly challenged him in such direct terms. Supporters of the CEO argue that the stance was necessary. They point out that Invictus relies heavily on public funding, corporate sponsorships, and the goodwill of host countries. Any perception that resources are being diverted to satisfy personal grievances could undermine trust and threaten future partnerships. In this view, the CEO's comments were not an attack but a defense of the Game's integrity. Critics, however, see the episode differently. Some believe Prince Harry's security concerns are understandable, given his long-running disputes with UK authorities over personal protection and the intense media scrutiny that follows him worldwide. They argue that dismissing those fears as a tantrum minimizes legitimate risks and fails to account for the unique position he occupies as a high-profile royal figure. What complicates the matter further is Prince Harry's strained relationship with British institutions since stepping back from royal duties. His legal battles over security arrangements in the UK have been widely reported, and this latest controversy appears to echo those unresolved tensions. To some observers, the Invictus dispute feels like another chapter in a broader struggle over control, recognition, and autonomy. Behind closed doors, the fallout has reportedly been significant. Insiders claim emergency meetings were held to reassure sponsors and participating nations that the Games remain focused on athletes, not internal drama. There are also reports that some staff felt caught in the middle, torn between loyalty to the founder and allegiance to the organization's leadership. Public reaction has been sharply divided. On social media, some users praised the CEO for speaking out, saying it was refreshing to see accountability applied evenly, even to a prince. Others accused Invictus leadership of betrayal, arguing that Prince Harry's personal brand has been instrumental in keeping the Games in the global spotlight. Royal analysts note that this moment could mark a turning point. For years, Prince Harry has been seen as inseparable from Invictus, his image intertwined with its mission and success. A public rift raises questions about how the organization might evolve if that relationship changes, or if boundaries are more clearly defined going forward. So far, Prince Harry has not issued a detailed public response. Sources close to him suggest he was deeply disappointed by the CEO's remarks and felt they failed to reflect private conversations or compromises he believed were on the table. Whether he will address the issue directly remains to be seen, but silence itself has only fueled speculation. The Invictus organization, for its part, has attempted to refocus attention on upcoming events and athlete stories, emphasizing that preparations continue as planned. Official statements stress unity, respect, and the core mission of honoring service members. Yet the shadow of the controversy lingers, and questions about leadership dynamics are unlikely to disappear quickly. For many veterans involved in Invictus, the situation is deeply frustrating. Several athletes interviewed by the press expressed concern that the dispute distracts from their achievements and sacrifices. They worry that headlines about internal conflict could overshadow the very people the Games were created to support. Experts in nonprofit governance say the episode highlights a common challenge for organizations closely linked to celebrity founders. While star power can accelerate growth and visibility, it can also complicate decision-making and accountability. When personal issues collide with institutional needs, tensions are almost inevitable. As the story continues to unfold, its implications extend beyond Invictus. It feeds into broader debates about Prince Harry's post-royal identity, his role in global philanthropy, and how organizations navigate relationships with powerful personalities. Whether this moment leads to reconciliation, restructuring, or further public disagreement remains uncertain. What is clear is that the Invictus CEO's decision to speak out has shifted the narrative. It has forced uncomfortable conversations about entitlement, responsibility, and the balance between individual concerns and collective purpose.